Just like to welcome everyone here this afternoon to the Rhu Glen. For this, it's basically what we're doing is just it's a club talk really, and as you can see, we have a fairly important speaker here with us, and we're delighted that he was made time to come down and have a chat to especially our younger people here today. And I'm delighted to see such a huge crowd of younger people here, as well as the older people. Everyone, you can't have the young without the old. So you're all very welcome here today. The purpose of today's thing is just to get a club talk, club get together, get a bit of club spirit going at the end of the season, moving into next year. Trying to just set our sights on where we want to go next year, what the club wants to do, what we want to achieve, what we have achieved in the past. We're building every year, but I feel we just need a little bit of a kick to maybe push us on that little bit. There's a lot of work after being done in the off-season by the mentors, and we have a new club, basically club facilitator or a club coordinator in Pat Power, who's done a lot of work with the subcommittees in the off-season to set in, train, I suppose, a new training regime and just basically a training guide for the coming year. And it's a work in progress. It's going to take a year or two for it to bed down and bed in, but we're all working towards the 1 aim. That's basically it, and that's what we're trying to the message we're trying to give here today. And any support that we can get from anyone, whatever way it is, it would be appreciated. It doesn't have to be training, but just helping with anything in the club, because it takes a lot to run a club, and it takes a lot of effort and time, and we have some very, very dedicated people and dedicated parents, and they're the rock that we have behind us, and that's why we've been growing over the last couple of years. But everyone here has ambitions and aims to go further, and please God get Slieverue out of junior level up into intermediate level, where I think we should be playing. And that's what we're all building for. And the same with the girls in the Coady. We've had great success there over a short period of time, and to drive that on as well. So look, I'm not going to say too much more. I'll say a few words at the end, towards the end, but I'm honoured to have Brian here today, and I thank him very much for coming, and I hope that you all enjoy the words that he's going to say to us today. So before I hand you over to Brian, I'm just going to hand you over to Jim Welch here to just formally welcome Brian and say a few words. Thanks.
Indeed, it is an honour to be associated with this gathering today, and to be particularly to have Brian here with us. Gerald didn't mention the word renewal, but that's what he was referring to. Our attempt to renew structures in the club and renew our approach. But before renewal happens, it is necessary to have another and that is review. And this is what we've been doing at committee level for the last few weeks, reviewing what we've been doing and hoping that we can plan for a better method of doing it. And one of the suggestions was, along the way, to have a general meeting of club members, particularly of players of all ages. And then somebody threw in the thought of getting a speaker in to give us a pep talk to all the club. One name was mentioned, and one name only, and that was Brian Coady. When I approached Brian, he said immediately, I'll certainly go down the question of fitting in when we can accommodate it from both our perspectives. And so this is why we're here this Saturday afternoon. Now, for the last 15 years, those of us who support Kenny hurling have been living in a dreamland. It was great to win an All-Ireland, but when you're winning All-Irelands every other year, and sometimes 3 and 4 years on the run, it is unreal. In fact, the young people present don't know how it feels not to be winning All-Irelands. But that has been the story of Kenny, and it is baffling for other counties, it is even baffling for ourselves. why is it going? Why is it going on year after year and so successful? And much of the credit for that has to go to the team manager, Brian Coady. Managing, Brian would be the first to say that he has a good management team behind him and with him, and a good county board with him, but he is the person who is pulling all the strings and keeping the thing going. We are absolutely delighted to have him with us today. He is a person of a very busy man, a person held in very high regard, and it is a great pleasure for me to introduce to you Brian Coady.
Thank you very much, Jim. It's a pleasure to be here. Jim rang me there some weeks back and asked me would I come down, and he told me he just wanted to come down and say a few words. If I can come down and do something, I will. I said, fair enough, I can do it, but it's not easy to do it, to be honest with you, because I'm not sure exactly what I should be saying or how things are going down here. But I wanted to look, I just give a few ideas, my own thoughts and ideas about, I suppose, trying to get better or whatever it is. When I was coming down here, I was kind of wondering what kind of a crowd would be here, you know. And it's very, very difficult to kind of prepare what to say until you know exactly what kind of a crowd is here and all the rest of it. But the one thing for certain is this, that everybody who is here, I mean everybody, young and whatever age, everybody is here obviously because you're interested in the Slieverue Club. And that's the most important thing of all, that you had the enthusiasm, you had the interest to come out and to come here. Not because I'm here, just because you're interested in Slieverue and the club going on and developing and all the rest of it and trying to be successful and whatever else you can be. So that's vital as far as I'm concerned, that's the key to it. So everybody here, therefore, in my opinion, every one of you have a role to play in the club then. Everybody can contribute to the club and contribute in a real way. Because everybody here, and obviously the younger ones, you know, they can contribute to just go out and come playing and all the rest of it. But the majority of you can contribute by bringing your own talents, by bringing your own areas of expertise forward to help the club. And Jared spoke about there's so many different areas that are needed. And that's the reality of it. Club is huge, a huge thing. There's huge involvement in running a club. You know, I'm obviously here because of Kilkenny and all the rest of it. But I mean, the club is everything to me. I mean, I'm stuck in my club, and nobody knows about it much, but everyone sees me as a Kilkenny manager, but I'm a club man, first and foremost. And everybody should be. Because we're all from somewhere, and everybody, where you're from, where you're living, that has to matter. So everybody here can contribute in a real way to the club. Some of you will be obviously playing, coaching, managing, committee-wise, secretaries, treasurers, all the various things are needed, PROs, there's so many things needed, fundraising, a massive thing for the club of course, and everybody should do what they're really good to do, bring your talents to the thing, and by doing that and everybody working together and building a great enthusiasm and a real drive in the club and a real ambition to make the club best it can possibly be honest about it, when I took over as Kilkenny manager, talking about expertise and talking about all this kind of stuff, I didn't go into that job with any great CV, I'll tell you for certain. I had no CV. Nothing was there saying this fella could do a good job for Kilkenny. I've been working with my club for years, working with area people. I might have won under 16 championship at one stage. I was a manager. I was in a senior team for, I don't know, 5-6 years. We never won a championship. So I didn't go forward as this fellow who has all the answers. I still don't have all the answers. And I had probably 2 ambitions going into the job. I'm just saying this because just to give you an idea of what the whole thing is about. I had 2 real ambitions going in as manager of Kilkenny. Biggest ambition was I wanted to just build a spirit within the whole hurling community in Kilkenny. That was number 1. And I believed we could do that. The sky was the limit. You go on then and you can achieve everything you're able to achieve. And the reality of it is, when you do that, you can actually achieve even a lot more than you thought you could ever achieve. I wanted to build that spirit, because that's key to everything. And any group, any team, any business, any school, anywhere, any area of employment or any club, everything, where there's people, it's all about people. And if you can build a spirit within that group, and if you can build a spirit within this group, this is your area, this is your club. A spirit, and I always talk about it as a spirit that can't be broken. No matter what happens, that spirit is strong, it's built and it's strong and it gets stronger. And it's built, and the only way you can build that spirit that I know of, and that's what we try to do, it's all built on respect, where everybody is respected. Everybody in the group matters. Everybody in the group knows their opinion is important and they have a contribution to make. Some people's contribution can appear to be much larger than others, but everybody's opinion and everybody's contribution matters. And if it's respected, and you build that respect, and everybody is driving forward together behind the officers of the club and putting themselves forward for whatever job is needed, and pushing the whole thing, you can develop a phenomenal, you can become a great club. And you probably are a great club. I mean, you have to believe you're a great club, the same as we all want to believe we're great clubs. But I mean, what's the ambition? How much greater can you become? And that was my biggest ambition going into Kilkenny, to build that spirit. And we've built it, and it's strong, and my biggest ambition right now, and I don't know how many years at this stage, but I want to be there again next year. My biggest ambition for next year is to make that spirit stronger. We don't talk about what's your ambition, oh, win the All-Ireland. That's out there. Get it if you're able to get it. But the only way to get there is to have such a spirit and such a togetherness and such a drive coming from everybody that no matter what, it's going to be very, very hard to beat us. And what spirit will do is this. You know, I just think that we talk about it. What the spirit has done for us, it has given us a great chance to win things. It gives a great chance to be successful. But more importantly, what it does is that when things don't go well for you, and when you have a setback, that you'll bounce back very, very quickly. You'll never fall apart. You won't just disappear. You won't just say, oh look, we're back now, that's the end of it. The spirit is there, that's driving you forward. That respect you have for each other. What do we stand for? Where are we from? Who do we belong to? This is your place. Nobody else can do anything for you. This is yourselves, lads. This is ye. Ye drive this thing forward. Ye take this thing on with the scruff of the neck. Ye build that spirit. Build a Slieverue spirit that's going to drive Slieverue on to do things